Welcome back, friends, to men's NJCAA baseball here at Louisburg College. Louisburg Sports Network presenting live coverage of Hurricanes baseball from behind the backstop. Angel Moreno, Brennan Kaiser, and Danny Babb all in the booth with me. I'm still Bill Martone. The 35th game of a scheduled 47-game season on a Wednesday, the 8th day of April. Brendan Chamberlain getting the start for the midweek game here in the Berg against the visiting Wake Tech Community College. This is the third game of 6 overall, the second at home, all for the regular season, for which Louisburg is currently up 2-0. Coach Myers and the Hurricanes nearly coming from behind in the bottom of the 9th inning in Game 1 last weekend, then answering back with a commanding Mercy Rule win to split the doubleheader while breaking a tie in the bottom of the 8th of Game 3 on Saturday to win the series 2 out of 3. The Hurricanes ahead of Guilford Tech while looking to catch the third-place Patrick and Henry Patriots in the standings of the D2 West Conference of Region 10 before the end of the regular season. Louisburg College, 20-14 overall, 3 better than 500 at 13-10 in the conference. A continuation of energy, fortitude, and willpower will remain the theme and be absolutely paramount to keep the momentum going. Can a postseason storm track for the Hurricanes stay on course? We'll try not to be too cute as we find out right here on the Louisburg Sports Network. Pitching matchup for this afternoon's midweek. Timothy Pate and Brendan Chamberlain going head-to-head, nose-to-nose from the slab at 60 feet, 6.5 inches. Pate checks in with a 1-1 record, 8.66 ERA and 2.44 whip, 28 strikeouts to 19 walks, while Chamberlain steps up with a 2-2 record, a 7.16 ERA, a 1.65 whip, and 20 strikeouts to 11 walks. So a little bit of balance there in the ERA to strikeout to walk ratios between these two midweekers. And in the radio interview that Coach Myers did earlier this week, all is available in the dugout for the Louisburg pitching staff here as every game counts. Midweeks, weekends, game 1, 2, and 3. Whatever it takes to keep them in the postseason contention is on the table. Weather for this afternoon here in Louisburg at Frazier Field, barely into the low 60s with a little bit of a wind upwards of 10 miles an hour, give or take. Kind of hazy skies, but otherwise very comfortable and a beautiful afternoon for baseball. Right now, the stadium announcements are going on. We'll be standing for the national anthem here in a minute. Danny Babb and Bill Martone bring you live action here at Frazier Field. There's the starting pitcher, Brendan Chamberlain. 165 whip has gone down a little bit since his last appearance. He's put up 13 overall, with this being his first start of the season. A 2.2 record, a 7.16 ERA, as we talked about in the matchup. A 229 opposing batting average on 16 and a third inning of work. And the lineup for the Wake Tech Community College Eagles: Russell, Rickabaugh, Gaffney in the top three, Schultz, Jones, and Mooring in the middle, with Fulcher, Steiner, and Mason in the bottom. So dramatic, Danny. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Welcome, everybody viewing at home as we get started with Brendan Chamberlain on the bump for Louisburg as that foul ball comes into your living room.
And the second pitch just off the plate. We're underway here at Frazier Field in the midweek matchup between the Hurricanes and the Eagles. And the leadoff batter, Blake Russell, takes one off the top of the batter's helmet on the third pitch.
So we dig in now for Cameron Rickabaugh, coming into the game today, batting .284 for the season for the Eagles.
Russell down at first. Pickoff not in time. A 1-0 count on the second batter, Cameron Rickabaugh. He will be the second baseman for this afternoon, at least to start. And the 1-0 pitch from Brendan Chamberlain.
Good fastball over the inside part of the plate, even the count at 1-1.
Now, Danny, no complaints today about the radar that we have pulling into the live stream. It's right down in the stadium seats behind home plate. Kind of see it right here in the view on the tripod.
So far, his fastball's lived in the mid-80s, 84, 85, 86.
Runner goes, throw down to second, not in time. Umpires for today at home plate, Brian Kurdziak, along with Jay Hemingway on the infield. Two balls, one strike. Fly ball, center field. Brady Paul.
It'll be off the wall, just above the reach of Brady. Should score a run from second there.
An RBI double for Cameron Rickabaugh. No outs and a runner on second. Chamberlain deals the first pitch to the third batter and first baseman, Blake Gaffney. Just missing. There's our umpire, and there's our base runner. Two balls, no strikes. Stephen Lawrence, the shortstop for the Hurricanes.
Got a foul ball down into the Wake Tech bullpen.
Mr. Gaffney at the plate with a 2-1 count. Chamberlain deals, and a fly ball into right center field. That's going to fall in for a single. First and third now, no outs. 1 run has scored here in the top of the first inning.
Starting pitcher for the Hurricanes, Brendan Chamberlain, found himself falling behind in the early counts with some guys having to throw something over the heart of the plate with a 2-1 count, and these Wake Tech Eagle batters are taking advantage of that. The last two guys, as Nick Schultz, their cleanup hitter, digs in, looks at a first pitch strike somewhere around 84, 85 down at the knees.
Chamberlain with his first start of the season, having been coming out of the bullpen for the Hurricanes. Fly ball, left field, oncoming Gavin Baucom. And Danny, please correct me. Baucom. Keep me honest. I know you and I struggle with our middle-aged brains.
Right.
Gavin Baucom. I don't want to offend any grandparents of Gavin's mispronunciating the name.
It's almost like the pitching infraction without the L. Baucom.
FO7 puts the first out of the inning and the game on the board, and Jackson Jones now, the center fielder, steps in. He's the 5th batter overall.
Dangerous left-handed batter with our short porch here and right. Really need to keep the ball down in the zone.
Throw down to second, not in time. Nor is our camera switching, but forgive us if you will. Chamberlain comes set and deals.
Good fastball at the knees to even the count at 1-1.
1 out, runners second and third. 1 run scored if you're just joining us. Already north of 50 viewers. Thanks for joining us. Spread the word. Make a post on social media. Pick up the phone, call your friends and family, let them know to tune in. And a breaking ball gets bounced off and blocked out front by Cliff Almeida.
Good piece of breaking down there by Cliff. Instead of trying to glove that, dropped down and got his body in front of that to keep that from going to the backstop, preventing that run scoring from third.
Mr. Almeida down in the crouch. Not sure if you had an opportunity or not, Danny. Coach Myers did another radio interview earlier this week. The school posted it, linked to it on X. And it was a nice conversation to hear from Coach Myers talking about the change in mindset and kind of the look forward to through the rest of the season.
Oh, I had to go back and pick that up. I missed that earlier this week.
Some topics that he talked about in there that I translated into keys to the game: mindset and to believe. That was something that has changed since the beginning of the season. Attack and dominate, we've heard that theme before, and they have to want it in the late innings.
All topics very, very true. Ground ball here off the bat of Austin Mooring would do a lot to get these Hurricanes in the dugout if we could turn two here on the ground ball in the infield.
A multi-seam fastball from Mr. Chamberlain. Dies out quick. And a 1-0 count. Mooring, the 6th.
Out of Union Pines High School in Moore County. Austin enters today with a season batting average of .310. In
a very nice breaking ball there from Chamberlain. Finds the outer portion of the strike zone.
Big pitch here for Chamberlain for his confidence, get his nerves calmed down, get a second out.
Just off the plate. 2-2 with 1 out and bases loaded.
Good location there on the slider, trying to get Mooring to chase. Another good slider down.
Mooring stepping back in.
Big pitch for Chamberlain here, 3-2 count. Really shut down this rally with a punch out here. Unfortunately missed low with ball 4, and that'll walk in a run. Cliff Almeida goes out to talk with Chamberlain as shortstop Steve Lawrence comes in for a part of the conference.
Brendan Fulcher, the shortstop, is about to step in for his first trip to the plate for this afternoon's midweek matchup.
Brendan enters today's contest with a season batting average of .274 with 84 at bats.
Lots of comments in the live stream. Thank you so much. For those of you who have already checked in, for those of you who haven't, please let us know where you're watching from. Fly ball left field on the run is Gavin Baucom. He makes the catch and hits the cutoff as 1 run scores. And a second out is recorded on a sac fly by Brendan Fulcher.
And that brings Jens Steiner. I believe he's playing third base for Wake Tech today. Jens comes in batting .250 for the season with 1 home run and a slugging percentage of .317. We could look to get a ground ball here, get out of this, and get these Hurricanes bats warmed up. That fastball there. Sorry, Bill.
Up. You got it. First pitch, a called strike with 2 outs and runners at first and second. That would be Austin Mooring at first, Jackson Jones at second. Runners go. Throw down to third, and that gets him.
And he got him. Great snap throw by Cliff Almeida. Absolute dime to third.
3-run score in the top of the first for the Wake Tech Eagles. As 2 runners are, 1 runner left on as 1 is thrown out. Jens Steiner will be back at the plate in the top of the second with a fresh count. But for now, the Louisburg College Hurricanes are going to be coming to the plate in just a moment after we come back from a commercial break. We'll be right back. Danny Babb and Bill Martone bring you Louisburg College Hurricane Baseball. As we start the bottom of the first inning, Graham White, Brady Paul, and Connor Wright will get us started with Jace Dunn, Peyton Shipman, and Stephen Lawrence in the middle of the lineup. Cliff Almedo, Gavin Balcom, and Troy Daniels round out in the bottom third.
As we get back to live action here, Timothy Pate, the starting pitcher for Wake Tech, enters the game with an 8.66 ERA with 4 games started this year for the Eagles, pitching 17 2/3 innings.
Graham White with a .341 batting average takes a look at a first pitch out of the strike zone. 2 home runs, 24 RBIs, and a .423 on-base percentage. Swing and a miss on a fastball. And Timothy Pate getting close to 90 on the gun.
Just low miss, fills up the count against Graham here. So we do a little zoom in and get a little better action there. Want to fight off that low outside pitch there. Before mentioned, Pate comes into the game today with 28 season strikeouts and 19 walks, so about a 1.5 ratio of strikeouts to base on balls. And on cue, we get that walk. Brings up our center fielder, Brady Paul, number 16, coming into bat now for the Louisburg Hurricanes. Brady steps in, digs in with a average just north of .430 for the season.
First pitch wrapped on the right side. 4-6, and not going to get a 3 out of that one, so a force at second takes Graham White out of the equation.
Little bobble there on the exchange from the second baseman gave Brady just enough time to get to first to avoid the twin killing as Connor Wright, our DH, digs in here.
So Brady Paul reaches on a fielder's choice. Cameron Rickabaugh unable to get it out of his glove quickly enough. Runner goes, hard hit left side. Short to second, and there's 2 on the infield.
Just like you draw it up, Bill.
A 1-2-3 inning for the Wake Tech Eagles as the Hurricanes go down in order, White, Paul, and Wright. When they come back to the plate in the bottom of the second, Jace Dunn, Peyton Shipman, and Stephen Lawrence. Louisburg trails by 3 after 1 here on the Louisburg Sports Network. We'll be right back. Jen Steiner back in the box. He got stranded there after a third out. And the first pitch fouled off out of play, slamming into the bleachers. That kind of sounded a little ominous.
Kind of rattled the faithful here on the Hurricanes' home side of the bleachers. Just missed on the fastball, low and away to the displeasure of the Hurricanes dugout.
Fly ball, center field. Brady Paul goes back to the track.
Not believe
that'll be off the top of the wall. As it comes down, Steiner will have a stand-up double. .350 in center with about a 30-foot tall wall. That ball hit the top of the batter's eye. I'm going to say somewhere in the 25-foot high range.
Correct. Brings up John Mason, number 8 here for Wake Tech, batting .280 on the season with 1 home run. Got quite a bit of action starting to go toward the Hurricanes bullpen. I see 5 Leighton Babb, 20 Simon Martone, and our catcher.
Going to presume Brody Hines.
I would imagine so. I couldn't get a jersey number. It was either him or Spilly, CJ, or Cody
Hines
Spillman.
is in the dugout. Yep, probably Spillman.
I think he got Leighton Babb as a spotter, and it looks like Simon Martone getting some work in.
Swing and a miss on an off speed. John Mason in the box right now with a runner on second. He is the 9th overall in the lineup, playing left field for the Wake Tech Eagles. Pickoff. And the shortstop, Stephen Lawrence. I don't know whether to say he was out of position, but Chamberlain turned around and at least fired straight to him.
Yeah, he was in to cover on the back cover and then went back to his position, and Brendan stepped off, and you got to throw it once he makes that motion. So
at least it didn't get thrown away.
Absolutely.
Swing and a miss.
Good pitch sequence there by Brendan after giving up the double off the wall.
Top of the order now with Blake Russell. He got hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. Mr. Russell right there. One ball, no strikes, 1 out, and a runner on second. Pickoff. Good try, just not quick enough to get Jen Steiner. He's got plenty of base path speed. All-around athlete, plays the hot corner, and can certainly pick up some stolen bases on command. So something the Hurricanes have to be aware of. A foul tip off the bat of Blake Russell into the mitt. Cliff Almedo evens up the count, 1 apiece with an out and a runner on.
Good hard fastball there by Brendan Chamberlain, who seems to be settling in.
Yeah, 90 and a half, more than a half, so rounded up to 91 on that fastball by Chamberlain. And another throw out to second without really a pivot.
Just kind of one of those, hey, how you doing type toss-overs, just to keep him honest, keep him in check, keep him close to the bag.
Yeah, I do like that. Two balls, 1 strike, and an out and a runner. Low 80s, a little off speed. Rides a little high. And the count now to the favor of the batter, 31.
Good fastball there.
Chamberlain repeatedly hitting that 91 mark. Excellent for the sophomore right-hander, typically out of the bullpen as reliever, getting a start today. The full count. Hit into left field. That'll drop in for at least a base hit. There will be an RBI as Jens Steiner rounds. And the throw into second, not in time, so Russell picks up an RBI double. Danny, as it would be, our third base RoboCam has just decided to check out.
I'll take the blame on that. Must be my presence here causes your equipment. As Bill Mortone steps away to adjust some of the production equipment, we'll resume the live action with a 1-0 count on our batter. Good slider down and in to even the count at 1-1. As Cameron Rickabaugh digs in for the Wake Tech Eagles. Foul ball down into the batting cage area of Louisburg. Our count is even at 2-2 to Cameron Rickabaugh. Brendan Chamberlain delivering now. Good strikeout. I believe that brings up number 14, Blaine Russell, or excuse me, number 9. This is actually Blake Gaffney, their first baseman from Wake Tech. As we welcome Maestro Martone back into the booth. Doing some last-second technical adjustments to our viewer camera on the third base line. Ground ball, get the force out, and that ends the inning. Wake Tech scores 1 run in the top of the second. Your score now, Wake Tech 4, Louisburg 0. We'll see you back in the bottom of the second inning. Welcome back, Hurricanes fans, as Jace Dunn leads off the home half of the second. Jace enters today's action with a season batting average of .393 with 13 home runs. As he looks at ball 2 from Peyton.
Yeah, we definitely have an interesting anomaly. Somebody in the live stream brought to my attention that the radar keeps resetting at 90, so I think it's displaying the highest speed that had been recorded.
and repeating. Rinse, wash, and repeat.
It does show the correct speed, and then it defaults back, like resetting. Swing and a miss.
Gotcha. Yeah, see 81.5 on the gun, and then it'll reset to 90.6.
Yeah, gotta love all the different bleep blopes of a technical.
Well, we don't have to worry about velo coming in, but that exit velo there was probably around 100 as it cleared the home scoreboard at Frazier Field. Home run number 14 on the season by Jace Dunn.
Yeah, I guess we could say gravity was not going to overcome that ball as it cleared the scoreboard in left field and made its way out into probably the second row.
Ball was hit very, very hard.
Henry Good following in the celebration as Jace Dunn puts yet another home run in the book for the season.
As we dig in here with Peyton Shipman, before mentioned Peyton Wilson, and by this dummy on the mic, I couldn't get his name out correctly this past weekend. I apologize to Peyton and the Shipman family. Ooh. Okay. Count evens at 1-1 here for Peyton.
Jace Dunn gets the Hurricanes on the board with a solo blast to start off the bottom of the second. If you just missed it, well, it was another spectacular home run by the sophomore first baseman. 3 balls, 1 strike now on Peyton Shipman as he steps back in.
Our boy Jace does not get cheated on his swing with fastballs. He is always sitting dead red, and we're going to see a single through the 5.5 hole again by Peyton Shipman. Just on time. These Hurricane bats were down 4-0. Now they're clawing back in with sophomore Steve Lawrence, our shortstop number 3, digging in. Stevie comes in with a batting average of .375 for the season with 3 home runs and 17 RBIs on the season. Attempt for a bunt there, a sacrifice to move Peyton Shipman over to second.
No outs, runner on first after Peyton Shipman hits a rocket through the left side. It shears off the glove of the shortstop, Brendan Fulcher, as it makes its way out to left field.
Steve just a little late there for that upper 80s fastball offering there by Peyton.
A lot of the usual suspects are in the live chat already. Thank you so much for checking in and keeping it lively. The pickoff at first, not in time, as Peyton Shipman scampers back.
Scampers.
I think I heard somebody say last weekend. Brian Kurgelak with the delayed call strike.
I don't even think he realized it was ringing him up. He was just kind of pointing out nonchalantly that it was a strike. Now our catcher Cliff Almeida digs in. Cliff leading the team with a .444 batting average with 7 home runs on the season and 43 runs batted in.
Yeah, Almeida absolutely raking.
Hitting for average, power, doing a good job behind the plate. He's just been a workhorse back there. I haven't seen many breaks in catching this season for him. Is
throw down to second.
Steal, and he's going to be out at second. Very good throw there by the Wake Tech catcher to catch the speedy Shipman.
Two out now with an 0-1 count for Cliff Almedo. Pate at 20 pitches through as he's dealing to the seventh batter. Out to first base, umpire Jay Hemingway says that Cliff Almedo went, though the barrel was
from this
parallel to home plate.
Point, it did not look like he committed, but
and nearly gets hit in the knees on the next pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. 1 run scored on a solo home run to start the inning off.
As Cliff works the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. He awaits the payoff delivery from Pate here. Good take there. Good at bat.
Almedo draws a walk to get himself down to first and make way for the next batter.
Our left fielder, number 1, Gavin Baucom, making a return to the starting lineup. Gavin enters today batting .262 for the season with 2 home runs and 9 RBIs for the season, with an on-base percentage of .494. Good 90-mile-an-hour fastball at the knees by Pate.
The 0-1. Check swing. Gets a called strike. Foul ball out of play. And the reset on an 0-2 count with 2 outs.
Cliff got a really, really good jump there. Not even drawing a throw on the attempted steal at second. Although it was a pitch outside to the backhand of the catcher, it was going to be a difficult play, but Cliff got a really good jump there. And will advance to third on the wild pitch / pass ball. The runner now 90 feet from pay dirt.
2-2-2 with a runner on third. Gavin Baucom steps back in.
Works the count full as TD Troy Daniels awaits on deck, our third baseman.
The payoff pitch. Hit on the right side.
Can of corn to the
4-3. One run scores on a solo home run from Jace Dunn as we finish up the second inning and head to 3 here at Frazier Field. We'll be right back. First reliever here for the Hurricanes after Brendan Chamberlain goes 2 innings, giving up 4 runs on 4 hits, is going to be the Game 1 starter for the last number of weeks. Simon Martone, 8 appearances, 7 starts, a 2-2 win-loss record. The ERA continuing to incrementally drop down since the beginning of the season, as well as the WHIP on 34 innings of work and a .299 opposing batting average. Martone's coming in with 41 strikeouts and 19 walks.
With just slightly better than a 2-to-1 ratio of strikeouts to walks. Very good control pitcher here. Fastball touching 91, 92 at times. And speaking of ground
Troy
ball,
Daniels, 5-3
just
on
what
one
the doctor
pitch.
ordered. 91-mile-an-hour fastball at the knees and grounded to third base, just what the doctor ordered. As Jackson Jones, center fielder, now digs in.
I would have had Blake Gaffney, but you are correct. I always seem to manage to goof up the book somehow, at least in the early innings. First offering to Jones, low and on the inside, brushes back the feet. Fifth in the lineup overall, second here in the 3rd inning. 1 out, nobody on.
Just low there for the offering to run the count to 3-0.
High spin rate, but it spins up and away and off the glove of Cliff Almedo. And Martone now with a ground out and a walk here in the top of the 3rd inning. Austin Mooring in the box.
Pickoff attempt just a little late over there.
The 1-0. Gets past Almedo as the runner advances. Now the top recorded velo is highly incorrect.
I believe we're seeing a 100.1 there.
Wonder if it picked it up on the slingshot off the net or something.
Probably did.
Trampoline effect. 3-0 count now with 1 out and a runner on second. Hard hit, center field. Brady Paul gets under it, comes in, and hits the cutoff. Shortstop Stephen Lawrence.
Nice catch there by Brady in center.
FO8 puts the second out on the board while the base runner Jackson Jones holds at second.
Brings up Brendan Fulcher, number 26 for the Eagles. Good bit of pitching there. Simon falling behind 3-0 and working back to a 3-1 count and getting the lazy fly ball to center.
Breaking ball stays a little up, and a lot of horizontal run, but vertically just didn't come down enough. The 1-0 flied to right, but out of play as Peyton Shipman gives chase momentarily and then retreats back to his position. One count with 2 outs on a runner on second. Popped up and out of play. The 1-2. Swung on, grounder to short, and Lawrence unable to backhand it cleanly after the runner obstructs his view momentarily. And Brendan Fulcher is going to reach on an infield ground ball. Not sure if that would be an E6 necessarily, but
unfortunately it just kind of
scrambly play there.
One of those unfortunate bounces where he let the hop play him to avoid the runner, kind of got his view obstructed for just a second, just kind of made the play a little more difficult than it normally would have been.
Runners first and second now with 2 outs.
Gent Steiner steps in for the Wake Tech Eagles.
Steiner doubled in his first appearance in the top of the second inning. And the first pitch fouled off into the glove of Almedo.
Like an upper 70s change up there that got him chasing.
The 0-1.
Great slider there over the middle outer part of the plate. Now with an 0-2 count, he got him to chase a high change up. Looking at the slider, he's got him wondering, will I ever see a fastball? And it sets him up for something over the outer third of the plate, maybe a sweeper or a fastball here to ring him up.
The 0-2. Hard hit right back to Martone.
Lazy ground ball on the slider. Well done, Simon. Attaboy 20.
2 runners left on in the top of the third inning as Simon Martone and the Hurricanes hold off the Wake Tech Eagles as we head to the home half of the third inning here at Frazier Field. Hurricanes trail by 3 after 2.5. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, Hurricanes fans, as we dig back into the bottom of the third here for Troy Daniels leading off, facing an 0-1 count. He looks at a fastball low and at the knees. Troy Daniels goes down swinging on strike 3 there, brings up our second baseman, number 9, Graham Wyke. High chopper there to short. It's going to be a tough bang-bang play. Just cuts off Graham. Now batting number 16.
I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Pate is pitching better than his stat line.
Very well, doing very well. You look at the stats, see almost 9 ERA, 17 innings pitched. And on 4 starts, it doesn't show a lot of longevity. There might have been a lot of mid-relief appearances there.
2 hop to the shortstop.
And an 8-pitch inning for Mr. Pate.
The Hurricanes need a bit of a storm surge of their own as we go to the top of the 4th. They're going to have to hold off the Eagles again and start making something happen of their own. We'll be right back as they trail by 3. Danny Babb and Bill Martone bringing you Hurricanes baseball here on the Louisburg Sports Network.
As we return to live action here in the top of the 4th, Simon Martone remains your pitcher for the Hurricanes, facing off against number 8, John Mason.
Martone put up 17 pitches in the top of the 3rd inning, leaving 2 runners on, no runs scored, and giving up 1 single and a walk.
Well, Mike picked up a little conversation there with Cliff Almeida and our home plate umpire, asking if that was to his liking, if that was high or out. I heard the reply, yeah.
Was it high or out? Yeah.
High or out? Yeah.
John Mason in the box with a count of 2-1 as the first batter. And he ropes one just foul down the right field line on an off speed that he gets quite a bit ahead of. So the count now even, 2-2.
I look for Simon to work something low and away here. I know he didn't get that slider located as deep and in as he wanted here. Might look away here. Great pitch. Just missed there.
Low and away as you called for, but just not close enough to the strike zone.
Or to get Mason to chase. Is very well placed pitch, right where you want to put it. Now he's got a payoff pitch.
Right side, Jace Dunn plays it on a hop, flips it to Martone, and a 3-1.
Very good bit of execution there. Good pitch sequence there by Martone. This is our leadoff batter, Blake Russell.
Martone at 23 pitches with 1 out. That is 23 total since the other inning. Chopped on the left side, Troy Daniels. 5-3 to Jace Dunn. Makes it 2. And I do not want to prognosticate anything, but my guess is going to be probably a 2-inning appearance for each pitcher going through.
I don't know.
They do have the weekend off, though.
Yeah, they do have a weekend off, so the next game is not till next Wednesday, so it's all hands on deck, but there is no action in that Hurricanes bullpen, so I think you're going to see more Hurricanes bullpen. 2
outs and a 1-1 count. A lot of movement on these last 2 pitches by Martone, just missing the inside, now the outside, and Cameron Rickabaugh, the second baseman, steps back in.
Yeah, a lot of good horizontal run on that 2-seam. I don't know what we saw there.
Brian Kurgelak apparently didn't like that, but boy, it almost looked like a check swing called strike. A 31 count with 2 outs. And he misses down and in. Blake Gaffney now about to step in. He's 1 for 2 with a single.
I believe that was a RBI single earlier that drove in a runner from second base on a ball to right center field.
That same pitch, so something mechanically there is being repeated, causing Martone to go kind of open early and pull the ball down and in. Or down and away if it were a right-handed batter.
He did show a little bit of displeasure with a couple of the strike calls in the previous at-bat. It's kind of get your pitcher guessing, you know, hey, I felt like I threw a strike and I'm not getting a call there. I'm just kind of questioning the zone, and you kind of overwork yourself a little.
2-0. Yeah, I'd almost personally give up on that location.
Right.
But who am I?
It was working, then it wasn't working, so now we got to look for a little something different here.
The 2-0. And still coming from center in on a left-handed batter. I guess the forecasting machine must have.
He's getting a lot of spin on that slider. He's just not being able to locate it for a strike, and the Wake Tech batters right now, the top third of this lineup, have been disciplined and not chasing. And so
2 walks back-to-back, put runners first and second after 2 groundouts.
Always 1 pitch away from getting out of a mess. Cliff Almeida and Coach Shane Bogley are going to have a little conference with Simon on the mound, just kind of get him under control, get his emotions down, getting him to focus on the batter at hand, not worry about the past pitch sequences or the misses for the previous batters.
So Martone threw the entire lineup once now between the inning and 2/3. He's about to see Nick Schultz for the second time. Schultz grounded out to third. Troy Daniels to start off the third inning, top of the third inning, and to put the first out on the board. Oh boy, we're getting all sorts of fun stuff going on with our cameras. Potentially some miscommunication between the pitcher and second baseman. A throw not made. And a fly ball out of play on the right side.
Whatever was said by Coach Shane Bogley certainly calmed the nerves of Simon Martoni. Went back to work through a great slider to a fastball hitter here.
Up the middle, off the mound.
Mound's going to take a lot off of that, and Steve's going to get the unassisted force out at second. Good inning despite the walks. Way to pitch around the pitching misses.
2 left on after a couple of walks and 3 ground outs. No runs scored as the Hurricanes continue to trail by 3 going into the home half of the 4th inning, needing something more than a solo home run to get stuff moving here at Frazier Field. We'll be right back.
So we come back to live action here in the home half of the 4th. Our leadoff batter, the designated hitter, number 30, Connor Wright. A hard foul ball on the left side.
Fly ball right field. Oncoming is Mooring in foul territory, and it will travel into restricted area.
The bullpen / restricted area, I believe.
My own words. I'm just kind of fluffing that.
No fly zone.
There we go. We kind of like to favor the aviation terminology at times. No fly zone.
Good take by there by Connor.
One, two, fly
and
ball.
We're going to see a ball that's probably not going to stay in the yard, might not stay in the parking lot. That ball was absolutely pasted by Connor Wright.
Direct flight to the parking lot for Connor Wright.
He's about to enter in the boom zone.
Definitely dropping bombs here at Frazier Field.
We just need a couple of seeing eye singles before these bombs to put some runners on base. To solo home runs are not going to put a lot of slashes on the scoreboard. It does pump up the morale and the excitement in the dugout, but we need some more runners on base for those blasts. As Jace Dunn steps back in for his second batting appearance after a solo home run in the bottom of the second. Good take there on the high heat.
Well, we got the wrong number there. Make that a 14 in the lower for Jace Dunn as he started off the second inning with a solo blast of his own. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that one's popped up. Schultz, the catcher, and that actually reminds me, Danny. Defense for the Eagles. Mason, Jones, and Mooring, Steiner, Fulcher, Rickaball, and Gaffney with Schultz and Pate, who started on the mound. All the time I put into these graphics and then I forget about them. How dare I?
Well, for those at home that don't have the vantage point here, there's a lot of moving parts for Mr. Mark here, so we're going to give you a pass on the oversight there. As our right fielder, Peyton Shipman, digs in. Peyton reached in the second inning on a seeing eye single to left field, increasing his average to somewhere around 340, 345 after the last at bat. Squares the bunt, pulls back, takes ball 1.
Unfortunately, ran into a throw down from Nick Schultz at second. I thought his foot was under and on the bag before the tag was up high.
Right.
But Jay Hemingway said different, and I am not of any authority. That one cleared the backstop netting off of Nick Schultz.
Off the ricochet, off the foot and shin guard. You don't see a lot of pass balls end up in the patrons. Those should be automatic souvenirs, but that'll make its way back to the Hurricanes dugout. And right on cue, Mr. Pate has lost command of the strike zone now, or a 3-0 count against Peyton Shipman with Steve Lawrence on deck. And a 3-0 green light should be a double or at least a single. He'll make a big turn there and chop back to first base. Good piece of hitting there. Obviously, Coach Myers having faith in his right fielder, giving him the green light on a 3-0 count. Brings Steve Lawrence from shortstop into bat. Looking to continue a hot bat that's really come on the last half of the season.
So from our vantage point behind home plate, we are just above that Louisburg banner where it says college. This is our vantage point up here. And home plate umpire Brian Kurgelak. And a pickoff over at first gets Peyton Shipman. So that's 2 pickoffs.
Or a pickoff and a caught stealing.
Stealing, yeah. I was about to say that I think I've made this reference before that Brian Kurgelak kind of looks like now I lost the reference. Sorry. Naked Gun series.
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen.
Frank Shirley.
Yeah.
Don't call me Shirley.
Shirley, you must be kidding. I'm not kidding, and don't call me Shirley. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Hard hit on the right side.
Oh boy, base hit in the right field.
Stephen Lawrence replacing Peyton Shipman down at first now with 2 outs.
Brings up your power hitting catcher, Cliff Almeida.
Nice piece of backside hitting there by
Absolutely.
Stephen Lawrence.
Hit it where they ain't. Got a mound visit from the Wake Tech head coach. We've had a lot of activity in their bullpen. It may be time to make a move. He's nope.
Timothy Pates at 58 pitches, 3 2/3 inning, giving up 2 runs, has 3 strikeouts and 2 walks.
The coach realizes this is a big moment with our batting average leader, catcher with great power. Really wants to settle him down. He's got a 2-out scenario. Doesn't want to give up a home run that could tie this game. So just kind of go out and talk to your pitcher. Tell him the method of attack here to stay away from the inside or the inner third of the bat for Cliff Almeida.
Umpires were conferencing on first base, so Pate getting an extra break. As Cliff Lawrence steps back in for his second trip. He walked in the second.
And I don't think Cliff will see many fastballs inside here. Well, just as we mentioned, one runs in on his hands. He dodges, and Steve Lawrence goes scampering, as Bill Martone would say, scampering down the second.
I only said it after you said it. Sound like a couple of kids. I didn't do it. You did it. Mom.
Very dangerous count, falling behind Almeida 2-0. Delivers with a fastball over the outer third of the plate. Good location. Cliff's going to be sitting dead red here on a fastball, looking to do some damage.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Runner on second.
Good swing.
About 82 people watching with a lot of comments today. Thank you so much for the engagement. We always appreciate your involvement as much as your viewership. 2-2 and 2 with a runner on second. Outside off the plate.
Great take there. Good discipline by Cliff. Good ground ball up the middle. It's going to be a tough play for the shortstop.
And Almeida reaches first before the shortstop. Brendan Fulcher can make a throw.
Even though Fulcher couldn't make the out, it was a very important snag to keep Steve Lawrence stranded at third. That's a run-scoring gloving play there. Not all plays lead to outs, but a lot of plays can lead to some good things. So, as number 1, Gavin Baucom steps in now.
Backside hit, fly ball. Mooring
catches it there and right. Good barrel.
2 left on after 1 run scores in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Hurricanes creeping up 1 run to a 2-run deficit after 4 innings. We go to the top of 5 here at Frazier Field. We'll be right back. Martone back out for his third inning as we're about to start the top of the fifth here at Frazier Field. 2 shutout innings for Martone after 4 runs were given up by the starter, Brendan Chamberlain. 3 in the first, 1 in the second. And Martone put up 17 pitches in the third and then 19 pitches in the fourth. As Danny Babb was reminding me, Martone pitched last on Friday and will not be pitching this weekend as the Hurricanes have a bye. And no check swing called strike on that one.
Wow. He's asking now, did he go a little?
This is Jackson Jones,
center fielder.
Martone seems to be locating exactly everywhere but in the strike zone, at least for Brian Kergelak's liking.
He's looking good. It's just, he's, as I would tell him, keep nibbling, keep biting, keep taking little baby bites. Eventually you'll get the cookie. And it's a lot of times an umpire's strike zone will be determined by the pitcher. There we go. Martone settles back in.
And a right-handed Leighton Babb looks like he's starting to loosen up in the... Ooh, Graham Wyke smothers
cover
it.
Some ground there, Wyke. That was a great play. Unable to come up with the throw, but
the very tall center fielder
getting down the base paths with the long strides. That was going to be a very difficult play, but way to lay out. Pitchers love to see that kind of effort from their infielders, just giving it up, knocking it down. I believe this may be Austin Mooring now to bat for the Eagles.
Fly out to center field in his last at-bat. And a swing and a miss on an off-speed breaking ball.
Not sure who we've got warming up in our bullpen. I see a lefty that's...
Yeah, that would be probably Cade Curran.
Warming up. Is that Anthony Dorner warming up?
So hard to see through all the screens. That is Dorner. And another check swing, but he gets it this time. So an 0-2 count quickly on Austin Mooring, the right fielder. No outs and a runner on first after an infield ground ball. And the third offering to Mooring, an attempt at a chase of a high pitch, but it doesn't yield the desired result. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Breaking ball ricochets off of the catcher, Almedo, and a runner advances on a wild pitch. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs, runner on second.
Good play there by Steve Lawrence. Thought for a moment there he had caught that little soft liner, but I think he had kind of trapped it and checked the runner at second, got the easy play at first.
There's Mr. Lawrence behind our infield umpire, Jay Hemingway.
Now Brendan Fulcher steps in to face Martone. Yeah, I saw a little malfunction, on the radar gun. I'm seeing 140.
Oh, goodness. I just don't have time for this stuff. Why do I bother?
I knew Martone was throwing gas, but I did not throw.
It's incrementally continued to increase.
He is throwing absolute rocket fuel at 140.4.
Yeah, I think we saw it at like 90-something, like low 90s, then mid-90s, then 100, then so it just keeps compiling, and I give up. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. It does show correctly, though, after the pitch.
Yep, I saw an 81-mile-an-hour change up there.
Fly ball, left field. Gavin Baucom camps under it. And the runner is going to hold at second. So a soft contact fly ball to left. Makes it 2 outs. Jen Steiner, he grounded out back to Martone, and he swings on a breaking ball. Couple of classmates right here.
I was just about to add, I believe these two gentlemen played high school ball together, as
they did. Part of the
told.
SWAC Conference Tournament champions. A lot to be proud of. Making it to JUCO. And a fly ball into the bullpen.
To the Hurricanes' no-fly zone. And now the world's his oyster. He's got an 0-2 count. He's been late on a fastball, late on a sweeper. He could throw a lot of different pitches here that will have Jen Steiner kind of off balance, guessing what might be coming here. He, by no means does he have to offer anything over the heart of the plate here. I look for something probably well outside to get him to chase.
0-2.
Nice slider there, good contact. Cliff Almeida unable to glove that foul ball. Again, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see something out of the strike zone on the outer third of the plate.
The 0-2.
Good miss.
Two out and a runner on second, a 1-2 count. We are in the top of the 5th inning. This is the 3rd appearance or 3rd inning of work for Martone on the midweek. Fly ball, center field. Brady Paul not going to be able to get to it. Drops in for an RBI single.
Have a play at the plate.
Not close enough.
Just ahead of the throw.
Good throw from the center fielder,
Absolutely.
but just a hair late as Jackson Jones scores.
Long-limbed Jackson Jones able to score. That was a great throw by Brady.
So an RBI single for Jen Steiner.
I think we have John Mason digging in now for the Eagles.
Mason with a strikeout in the 2nd and a ground out to the first baseman in the 4th. Steiner on first with 2 outs.
Great pitch there.
Runner goes, Almeida throws, but that'll be well past both infielders as Brady Paul even mishandles it out in center field. So Steiner picks up a single, an RBI, and now a stolen base in the 5th inning. John Mason in the box with a 2-1 count and 2 outs. Hard hit right field. Peyton Shipman unable to keep it in his glove. And Steiner comes around to score. An E9 will allow Mason to reach and Steiner to touch home. Top of the order now with Blake Russell.
Ooh.
Russell was hit by a pitch to start the game, doubled in the second, and then grounded out 5-3 in the fourth. Cutter, sweeper, breaking ball. Put a name on it if you want, but it moved a lot, and Russell fell out of the batter's box trying to hit it. And the count now 1-1 with 2 outs. Runner goes, Almedo throws, and it will not be in time. As John Mason with a big jump reaches second. Have not seen any I think one pickoff attempt by Martone, and other than that, no other throws to either first or second.
He's focused on this leadoff batter here. He knows this kid can hit for average and really needs to buckle down here.
2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs.
Great slider.
Two, 2-2. And he gets him.
Good piece of pitch in there.
Martone gets some fist bumps as he goes in, but not the inning he was looking for. He does pick up a strikeout to end the inning on Blake Russell, leaving a runner on second. 2-run score in the top of the 5th. And the Hurricanes trail by 4 as we head to the home half of the 5th inning here at Frazier Field. As court is being held in the dugout. We'll be right back. Troy Daniels, Graham Wyke, and Brady Paul about to come up in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Hurricanes. Danny Babb's favorite Power G chord rocking us in from break.
As we see a new pitcher for the Wake Tech Eagles, Carson Moore steps in with a 9.16 ERA with 19 innings pitched this season with 18 walks and 19 strikeouts on the season. As Troy Daniels looks at a high heater up and in under the chin, a little sweet chin music there.
Two balls, one strike.
Good take.
Daniels almost apprehensively puts the bat down.
Really?
I don't know that they feel they can trust the home plate umpires to make the call quickly enough.
Yeah, he saw two right up under the chin strap there, though, that kind of gets you attention. All right, Graham, let's go to work here, kid.
Grayson McDonald is on the bump. I'm not sure where we got the report from, but it is correct on the score bug. 1 ball, no strikes, and a runner on first. Fly ball in the gap of right center field. That's going to hit the fence as Mooring made an attempt and he collided with the outfield wall, and he comes up a little bit limping.
I apologize on the earlier misinformation. I had looked at the wrong stat sheet for the pitcher. I apologize to Mr. Grayson McDonald there.
He is definitely not short in stature. I don't know how else to say it. He is a tall young man.
He has started 9 games in the season for the Eagles and has an ERA of just over 5.5 with 13 strikeouts and 29 walks.
1 ball, no strikes, 2 on, second and third, no outs. We're in the bottom of the 5th, and that one's on a rope to center field. Jackson Jones gets to it, and the runner tags as the throw goes behind Troy Daniels to third. Graham Wyke holds at second. A sac fly gets recorded for Brady Paul.
Leads to the old adage that leadoff walks always score.
And Connor Wright in the box. McDonald deals, and Coach Myers
almost wore one over there.
Out of frame, thanks to our third base RoboCam that decided to take a vacation day or something. We have no coverage over there. But Connor Wright rocketed that one into the dugout screen of the Eagles and ricocheted off right at Coach Myers. The 0-1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and a runner on second, Graham Wyke. McDonald deals a breaking ball that misses down in the dirt.
Pitch clock violation there. We'll add another ball to the count, making it now 3-1 on the 22nd pitch clock violation.
So 3 balls, 1 strike is the count due to the pitch clock violation with 1 out, and Graham Wyke dancing out at second base. McDonald, annoyed, walks Connor Wright.
Brings up the power hitting first baseman Jace Dunn. Got a quick mound visit coming from one of the coaching staff from Wake Tech.
Looks like Rhett James out on the mound as the assistant coach and pitching coach for the Wake Tech Eagles, consulting with Grayson McDonald. High fly ball, short shallow field. Jackson Jones takes it in shallow center field.
Brings Peyton Shipman up to bat for your Hurricanes, your right fielder today.
2 out and runners first and second.
Really good slider there.
Yeah, kind of went 12, 11, came back to 6. The 0-1. Fly ball, shallow left field. Oncoming is...
And we'll get the job done as the speedy Graham Wyke rounds third and scores easily, standing up from second. Another RBI single for Peyton Shipman.
John Mason is the left fielder who was unable to get to that before a run scores.
Now have runners at first and second with Steve Lawrence coming up. The Hurricanes down by 2. Keep scratching away, putting up numbers. Eventually will turn into one of those crooked number innings. Good cut by Lawrence.
The 0-1 finds the strike zone. Lawrence holds the trigger back. An 0-2 count. Fought off on the left side foul. About 92 people on the midweek with us. Thanks for joining and flying the Louisburg Sports Network Airlines, as we kind of affectionately refer to it. There's an 0-2 count with 2 outs and runners first and second. Canes trailing by 2 here in The bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss. Canes put up 2 of their own in the 5th inning, but still trail by 2 as we head to the 6th inning here at Frazier Field. You're watching Hurricanes baseball on the Louisburg Sports Network. We'll be right back.
As we return to live action here for Louisburg, Anthony Dorner, the southpaw, number 52, takes over the pitching duties for your Hurricanes. Anthony has a ERA of just over 6.3 with 40 innings pitched this season with 51 strikeouts to only 17 walks, a good 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio as Cameron Rickaball digs in. I believe this is the Wake Tech second baseman.
Second baseman and second in the lineup overall. As we get a quick peek of Anthony Dorner in his windup.
As Anthony sets to deliver the 1-1 count here.
One hop to the shortstop, Stephen
Good play
Lawrence.
by Steve Lawrence there.
6'3".
Dorner will now face the left-handed bat of, I believe this is this Blake Gaffney?
You would be correct.
The first baseman.
You're doing excellent this inning, Danny. 2 in a row. Up on the hands.
Caught a hot streak.
Yeah, hey, I like to celebrate everything at this age.
Absolutely.
You know?
At 54, you take what you get.
You wake up, you celebrate.
Dorner falls behind 2-0 to the lefty first baseman.
Gaffney 1 for 2 with a single in the first, but then got out in the second and walked in the fourth. 2 balls, 1 strike. One out, nobody on. And that
good curveball there.
Nice sidearm delivery from Dorner. Kind of just slides it right in, you know.
I look to see some fireworks here. Good defensive swing there on the outer third of the plate, right off the end cap of the bat.
It is such a smooth sidearm delivery. It's just like the ball kind of just departs his fingertips and just smoothly makes its way into the strike zone.
It's For a big guy, it's a very controlled delivery, not herky-jerky.
No.
So home plate umpire cleans off home plate to give Blake Gaffney a little time to regain the feeling in the fingertips after catching that one off the end cap of the bat.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Lefty on lefty, and Blake Gaffney is kind of at a bit of a disadvantage, as I am forgetting to switch the camera angles. Shucks. 2-2. Fly ball right field. Peyton Shipman coming in on it. Graham Wyke calls him off and takes it right on.
Right about the foul line in short right field. Great play by your second baseman, showing a lot of range there. Good battle there by Dorner and Gaffney as number 21. I believe this is Nick Schultz, the catcher, digs in, the cleanup hitter. Should be a good little battle here between Dorner and Schultz.
2 outs. Nobody on. Blows the fastball by him.
Roughly 88-mile-an-hour fastball there that Schultz was unable to catch up with.
Popped out of play on the right side. Coach Matt Tulloch chiming in. Thanks for joining, and always appreciate the kind words.
What's up, Coach?
Fly ball left field. Baucom in foul territory. Gives chase all the way to the bullpen, but can't get a glove on it. Dorner being cheered on by his teammates in the dugout. Instructed to win it. No choices.
I don't see him giving in here, staying away from the inside power of Schultz.
Brady Paul tracking in the outfield.
Lazy fly ball to center field. Good work by Dorner.
Three up, 3 down in the top of the 6th inning as the Hurricanes look to get at least 2 more on the board to tie it up as we go into the home half of the 6th inning here at Frazier Field. You're watching Hurricanes baseball. We'll be right back. Danny Babb and Bill Martone bringing you play-by-play action here on a midweek between the Wake Tech Eagles and Louisburg College Hurricanes.
Number 28 and Warwick taking over the pitching duties for the Eagles.
2-0.
20. Hayden Warnick comes into the season with a sub-6 ERA with 10 appearances, 16 innings pitched with 21 strikeouts to 17 walks. As Cliff Almeida looks at strike 1 down the middle of the plate.
The 1-1.
Chopper to second, or short, excuse me. Almeida going to beat that out.
An infield ground ball to start it off for Cliff Almeida.
Now our right fielder our left fielder today, number 1, Gavin Balcom, digging in.
I feel like I'm putting a cone on a dog, Danny.
What's up?
Making you wear this headset. I know it can be irritable at
Oh,
times.
as Gavin takes one on the left forearm chest area there.
Trying to outrun our RoboCam. How dare he? Gets to first.
Never rub it and never let the pitcher know it hurt. That gets a little energy kicking in the Hurricanes dugout as we have runners at first and second with no out. Troy Daniels has shown the ability to bunt. Laid down some good bunts earlier this season. We might see another sack bunt here. See if he breaks down here and pulls back.
Steiner on third is going to be caught between a rock and a hard place. Do you protect the bag or do you charge the ball?
He has to stay home. That's his job to stay there. Short will cover second. Second will cover first, and your pitcher and your first baseman will crash each side of the baseline here as Troy backs off and now looks at a 2-0 count. With a runner at first and second, third has got to stay put in case the ball is bunted back to the pitcher pretty hard or firmly. I'd look for him to square up here yet again.
2-0 count, no outs, 2 on. Actually sounded like it just nipped the bat.
Might have got a little piece of the bat there. I'm not sure.
2 balls, 1 strike, and no outs. Daniels puts up the bunt again, and this time fouls it off. Trying to get it toward third, but not too hard. There's the catcher, Nick Schultz. Warnock deals. A breaking ball that rides high to fill up the count. Daniels now looks at the full count. Drives it opposite field. That'll drop in for a base hit.
And takes a wicked hop for the right fielder who's struggling to make that. We should see a tie ball game here with no play at the plate. Troy Daniels standing at second.
With a 2 RBI double as Austin Mooring unable to get to it to begin with, then slips around in the outfield like he had a pair of slides on.
That ball had a lot of reverse spin on it. A good single in right field, and he just overran it. The spin caught him. I don't know if he would have cut that runner down, Gavin Balcom or not, but good to see TD Troy Daniels standing at second.
Top of the order now, Graham Wyke. He walked, got out in the third, and then doubled in the fifth, and eventually scored.
Be wonderful for the Hurricanes faithful to see Wyke and Daniels trading places at home and second here.
There it is, into the gap of right center. Troy Daniels going to round third, and Coach Myers sending him home.
Won't exactly trade places, but they'll definitely trade the opportunity to stand at first, and Troy Daniels gets mobbed by his teammates in the dugout, and the Hurricanes are going absolutely crazy in the dugout.
3 runs have scored now in the bottom of the 6th inning.
And there is a lot of life in that Hurricanes dugout. Boys are going crazy. We got a mound visit here from the head coach of Wake Tech, and that's going to rile up the Canes boys even more.
Here they are. Speak of the Devils wearing red today.
rowdy, rambunctious bunch of knuckleheads over there in that Hurricanes dugout.
Affectionately referred to
I can
as.
affectionately call them knuckleheads because I raised one of them, so I know there's at least one knucklehead, and I'm sure he's rubbed off on some others. But now a great group of kids here. This whole university, this whole baseball program that all these kids are a part of. It is a family. They come here as strangers. As you and I have mentioned before, it's the competition within the competition. They're competing against other teams, but they're also competing against their teammates for playing time, for mound time, for batting time, and they really pull for each other in a team environment like this. They really, really show a lot of emotion when they're got something to cheer for, as they do now.
Brady Paul reached in the first with a fielder's choice, got out in the third, and then sac fly in the fifth. Makes him 0 for 2 on the day. The 0-1, the pickoff, not in time, and we don't have a camera over there, folks, today because
it was a bang-bang play. He did get in just under the tag. As Jay Hemingway, field umpire, alluded that he tagged him on the elbow after the arm was already extended across the plate. That's going to be a shot to left field. It's going to tail toward the left fielder, and seeing Graham White scampering back to first as Connor Wright, our designated hitter, steps in.
One for 2 with a homer in the fourth, walked in the fifth, grounded into a double play in the first.
As he looks at ball one, low and inside.
The 1-0, White dives back, the pickoff not in time. I think you have the roster in there. I'd be curious to see between Warnock and McDonald. The two of them have to be close to 6'5" each.
Yeah, I don't have any stat sheets. I don't think I'm – oh, excuse me. You've got a –
No, we got the whole roster right here printed out for you, Dan. But I don't have time for it, so we can just see from this this angle.
He's a tall drink of water. This announcer left his reading glasses in the vehicle, so he won't be able to read that type of information.
The next offering to Connor Wright sails away.
We'll call this a tall, thin drink of water versus a broad-shouldered drink of water at home plate. Good matchup of some big boys here.
2-1 with one out and a runner on first. Just past the left shoulder of Connor Wright.
Good hitters count here with one out, runner on first. I look for Connor to be very selective here. If he finds a fastball over the middle, he's going to have some bad intentions here.
3-1.
And that'll be ball four, second walk, free pass of the day. And we've got another mound visit. This will be the end of the day for the pitcher of record now. I believe he said is Warnock. We'll have another arm coming in for the bullpen. I wasn't watching I knew we had a lefty and a righty. I'm not quite sure what we had coming in now, but that'll be the end of the day for Mr. Warnock. So we got a righty trotting in from the Wake Tech bullpen.
Warnock exits on a third of an inning in 18 pitches, one walk, and giving up 3 earned runs. Number 22, a right-handed pitcher coming in from the bullpen for the Wake Tech Eagles.
Looks like Caden Richardson enters with 10 appearances this season, 33 and a third innings, with 19 strikeouts and 9 walks, with a really good ERA of 5.4. Looks to have a pretty decent fastball from the first warm-up offering that we're seeing.
So far this inning that started off with Cliff Almeida, who singled and eventually scored. Gavin Baucom was hit by a pitch and eventually scored. Troy Daniels doubled with those 2 RBIs that I just mentioned, Almeida and Baucom. He eventually scores on a single from Graham Wyke. And then Brady Paul with a fly out to left field, and Connor Wright, who just drew the walk. So we have 1 out, 3 runs have scored. Runners are at first and second. Graham Wyke in scoring position, especially with his base path speed. And coming up is going to be Jace Dunn, who soloed in the second inning to start off, and then struck out in the 4th and singled in the 5th. So he'll be 2 for 1. I'm sorry, 1. It says 1 for 3. So that can't be right.
I believe he had a strikeout, a ground out, and then
the nice
home
single
run.
Here is incorrect.
Yeah. And with Jace Dunn's ability to put the barrel of the bat on the ball, I wouldn't doubt Coach Myers putting up a hit and run situation here with a speedy runner at second. He would trust the contact of Jace Dunn to get the ball on the ground, hit a hard shot, and give a opportunity on any ground ball for Graham White to score from second, and to take the double play action out of play with Connor Wright at first and Jace running to first. So might see a little hit and run action here.
Jace Dunn in the box, facing off against Caden Richardson. Fastball in the low to mid 80s from Richardson. Finds the strike zone on the mighty first baseman, Jace Dunn. Comes back with a breaking ball and evens up the count now. 1-1. 1 out, and runners first and second. Graham White at second, Connor Wright at first. And Peyton Shipman in the on-deck circle.
There's that hit and run action we were talking about, sending both runners. You would normally see Jace Dunn chase something like that, but he called the hit and run, so protect his runners. He swung at an offering in the dirt. But we do have both runners in scoring position with a very, very disciplined and good hitter at bat.
One ball, 2 strikes, and an out. Hit down at the shortstop. Fielded and across on a fielder's choice as 1 run scores.
And that's why you do that hit and run, Bill. Get those runners out of the double play situation. Put a runner on third. Lazy ground ball by Jace, doing what's right, putting the ball in play, scoring another run, putting another RBI in the column.
Makes way for Peyton Shipman, the right fielder. Couple of singles and a strikeout. Just can't seem to convert those into.
We have got a deep fly ball that I don't think is going to stay in the park. Big shot there by Peyton Shipman.
A 2-run homer by Peyton Shipman here in the 6th, starting to extend the lead. The 3rd of the day.
Bill, I don't know if our viewers at home don't have the vantage point that we do, but our Rowdy Hurricanes have got a temporary basketball goal in the dugout, and when the boys come in for a home run, they get another slam dunk and get to send a baseball through the hoop over there.
Ground ball. Steiner tries to backhand it. Can't
Steve
come
Lawrence
up clean, but he
still
does make
gets the
the
play.
throw.
Great play. Good recovery by Jen Steiner over there at third. But your Hurricanes bats have woken up and have put up a nice crooked number, 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th to take a 10-6 lead as Anthony Dorner will come back out to the mound to resume the pitching duties in the top of the 7th for your Louisburg Hurricanes. Roll Canes.
Score bug just finally updated. So much excitement. Whoever's keeping it was well behind at 7-6. Now it just leapfrogged 10-6. As we head to the top of 7. here at Frazier Field. We'll be right back. Anthony Dorner back on the bump. Put up 15 pitches in one inning.
As he digs in and faces Jackson Jones, the lefty center fielder.
There's that silky smooth sidearm delivery from the southpaw sophomore. Hails from Mooresville, not to be confused with Morrisville.
Neighborhood of Charlotte versus neighborhood of Cary. Dorner has put in a lot of work this offseason, slimmed down. I remember in a conversation with him earlier, he told me he lost about 30 pounds between his freshman, or I guess his redshirt freshman and sophomore years this year. Put in a lot of work, nutrition, body-wise and mechanic-wise, and it's paying off in spades, kids.
Definitely looking more athletic this season.
Absolutely. Always had good stuff, really got in shape, got committed to being a baseball player that was going to play past JUCO, and it's I'm really proud of it.
1 ball, 2 strikes on the leadoff batter for this inning. Jackson Jones slaps it on the right side. And a 4-3 takes Jones down.
That's going to bring Austin Mooring, right fielder, into bat now.
Walked, fly out, and ground out. Makes him 0 for 2. Dorner slipped on that spot, the landing spot that we've seen some of the other starters challenged with. And there he evens up the count, 1-1. Mooring was doing a little sliding of his own out in right field. As he wraps that one to the left side, Stephen Lawrence with a nice easy throw over to Jace Dunn. 6-3, so we've covered the middle infield with 2 ground balls, 1 to second, 1 to short.
I believe this is Brennan Fulcher now.
Just need something for Troy Daniels to complete the cycle.
I'd like to see a replay of that pitch. That would looked pretty good from Dorner there.
The 1-0. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs after a couple of grounders to the middle infield. And the infield now playing back conservatively and appropriately. .31 count on the third batter. And he loses him. Dorner takes a quick walk off the back of the mound, shakes it off, brushes off the slab. Right back to work with Jen Steiner, the third baseman.
Jens came up with an RBI single in his last at bat.
2 for 3 on the day. Lots of English on the throws from Anthony Dorner. The 0-1 count.
Going to be a good inside-out swing there to the
opposite field, down in the corner as Shipman gets it, and another double for Jen Steiner as he hits backside. Steiner having a breakout game this afternoon. I mean, he's a hitter and an athlete. I have tons of respect. And love to watch him play, and I'm,
having a field day, having a day today.
He is having a day, is right.
It's going to be John Mason digging in, I believe. See did I say second baseman earlier? I don't have it on the lineup card here in front
Left
of me.
fielder, close enough. It's on the field.
It's same place, just not exactly.
And he swings at one that's high and inside. The 1-1 with 2 outs.
Good pitch there.
Mason absolutely frozen.
Soft little slider there, breaking right over the heart of the plate. I wouldn't be surprised to see him really rear back and throw one here.
Check swing, called strike. He's going to give it to him.
He sorted him. Oh, absolutely. No doubter.
Anthony Dorner going in with the fist pumps and the cheers from his teammates. 2 left on.
I think we've just seen a coach get tossed here. The Wake Tech manager was really barking at Jay Hemingway about that check swing call, and he was really arguing. We've got some fireworks on the field now.
We'll cut the break as they sort that out.
Separate him, but he has been removed from the ball game. He has been tossed by Jay Hemingway for arguing that check swing.
No runs scored in the top of the 7th here at Frazier Field as the Hurricanes holding on to a 4-run lead after 6.5. We'll be right back. Aiden Sumner now coming in for the Wake Tech Eagles.
Sumner steps in with a 5.26 ERA with 9 appearances with 39 innings pitched, with 33 strikeouts and 16 walks. A good 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio as Cliff Almeida digs in here in the bottom of the 7th for your Hurricanes.
Almeida swings through the first offering. As we start the bottom of the 7th, a breaking ball from Sumner gets the count to 0-2. Almeida with a walk, a single, 2 singles.
Got a broken glove here on the catcher. Schultz with the Wake Tech Eagles going to go up to a backup mid here.
(0-2) count on the leadoff batter, Cliff Almeida. And Aiden Sumner sails one high and away. Sounds like a 70s, early 80s yacht rock song.
Aiden Summer.
Flop to third, and
Caught
Jen
by
Steiner.
Jen Steiner over there. Flashy glove work there.
I'm going to leave you at the helm here. Danny, I got to step away. I'll be right back.
As we have left fielder number 1, Gavin Balcom, coming up to bat. Balcom looks at ball 1. Now the count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes for Gavin Balcom. And he looks at a breaking ball that rings him up for strike 3 as Troy Daniels, now our third baseman, comes in. Troy delivered with a clutch 2-out backside hit that ended up scoring 2 runs on a single and a bad hop to Austin Mooring in right. Troy Daniels looks at ball 2. Two-1 on the count with 2 outs. Foul ball back to the screen. Evens the count at 2-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Your Hurricanes clinging to a 4-run lead. They've now out-hit the Eagles 12 hits to the Eagles 7. And that's going to be a called strike 3. Good fast inning for the Wake Tech pitcher. As we lead into break, we thank you for all you viewers for home. We thank you for the comments. We hope you're enjoying today's broadcast on the Louisburg Sports Network. As Anthony Dorner comes back out to warm up for the 8th inning. Freshman Brody Hines warming up Anthony Dorner between the innings as Cliff Almeida gets his gear strapped back on and comes back in to go to work. Part of our between innings action, your Hurricanes players are sprinting from the dugout down to the right field line in unison to come back as sophomore righty Leighton Babb goes to the bullpen to warm up to possibly see action in the 9th inning of this contest if needed. As Cliff Almeida throws down to Graham Wyke at second base, and we settle in here in the 8th inning. And this is the leadoff batter, Blake Russell for Wake Tech. Dorner starts off the 8th inning with a 84-mile-an-hour changeup. Oh, and a big sword on a slider there. Ground ball to third base for Troy Daniels. Great glove play, good attempt for a back pick by Jace Dunn. Just couldn't come up with the base with the out. As Cameron Rickabaugh digs in, I believe this is the aforementioned second baseman for Wake Tech. A runner on first. No outs here in the top of the 8th. Starts off with strike one. Hot shot down the left field line, gets past the diving Troy Daniels. A stand-up double there. Now we have no outs here in the top of the 8th with runners at second and third with, I believe this is Blake Gaffney now batting for Wake Tech. Gaffney has shown some pop in his bat this season with 4 home runs and 32 RBIs and a batting average coming into today's contest of an even 400. So should be a good pitcher-batter duel here with the lefty Dorner and the lefty Gaffney here for Wake Tech. Dorner starts him off with strike one. Good 78-mile-an-hour tight slider. Jace Dunn unable to come up with the play at first base on the high chopper. 1 run will score for Wake Tech. You'll now have runners at first and third with the power hitting catcher, number 21, Nick Schultz, coming up to bat for Wake Tech. We would gladly give up the run on third base here to get a double play here. And so middle infielders are going to be playing at double play depth with your corners up here. The foul ball comes right here into toward the booth. Dorner has started ahead with a strike on every batter so far this inning. not able to locate with his last two offerings. Falls behind to Schultz 2-1. In a precarious position here. Don't want to give up the free bag. Doesn't want to give up a big hit to do any further damage here. As Bill Martone rejoins me in the booth after working on some technical things outside of the dugout. We welcome Bill back now as comes back to a live mic as we got a 2-2 count with Dorner facing Nick Schultz. No outs here in the top of the 8th. Runners on the corners. Big pitch here for the sophomore Dorner.
Fly ball, right field. Peyton Shipman backpedaling. Gets under it.
Should be enough to score the tagging runner from third, but cut that off to. We keep the double play in play here with a runner on first with one out. Now we're a ground ball away from getting out of this inning as the center field left-handed batter, number 5, Jackson Jones, now comes to bat for Wake Tech. The Eagles have scratched across 2 runs here off of several hits, and now we look for Dorner to settle back in here and throw a ground ball, get out of this inning.
Jackson Jones 1 for 2.
Squares up and fakes the bunt. Doesn't like the called strike. It looked to be right down the middle of the plate.
Whew. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner on first. 2 runs have scored here in the top of the 8th for the Wake Tech Community College Eagles. Hurricanes holding on to a 2-run lead in the top of the 8th as Dorner's sidearm delivery slides a little wide on the left-handed hitting Jackson Jones, the center fielder. I show him with a single, a walk, a single, and a ground out, but online it says 1 for 2. So the 2-1 and a foul tip will even up the count. 2 apiece. Right-handed arm down in the bullpen for the Hurricanes with a red glove on his left hand.
You have to enlighten me who that guy is.
Tall, lean, long wingspan, Leighton Babb, if I had to guess. Swing and a miss. And a big swinging strikeout.
Showed a lot of emotion there with that punch out. He needed that for the confidence. The team needed that. Now we're just one little lazy ground ball away from getting out of this jam that he's pitching around.
A big strikeout for Anthony Dorner and the Hurricanes.
None bigger in his season this year than that one right there. That was pretty big.
Austin Mooring, the right fielder.
And starts off, he's only 1 batter this inning, Bill, while you're away. Only 1 batter the entire inning as he started with a ball. All 7 batters now, or 6 batters now, started with a strike. He's
0 for 3.
Attacking.
Swing and a miss. Mooring with a walk in the first, flied out to center in the third, and then a couple of groundouts to Stephen Lawrence at short. The 0-2 count now with 2 outs.
Straight steal there by the runner at first from Wake Tech. I think Dorner had kind of just not even really checked him out. He was so focused on the 0-2 count of trying to throw the sweeper to get Austin Mooring to swing at that, and he didn't offer. We look for some velo here to try to blow it by him.
The 0-2. Soft grounder to Graham Wyke. Bobbles it, throws it over. Does not get him as Mooring beats out the throw.
It was just kind of one of those weird spinny balls. Came off right off the end of the bat. Wasn't able to glove it cleanly, and then goes to transfer, and it's still spinning in that glove. Tough play.
So Mooring reaches on an E4, and
we got a mound visit now by Coach Bryce Myers.
I believe that's Blake Gaffney, who's down at third. all of a sudden it is
a little tense.
Very quiet, actually. There we go.
Thank you, Angel.
Angel Moreno with a little bit of music to break the silence.
Uncomfortable silence.
All of a sudden we could hear.
I could hear my thoughts, Bill, and that's a scary place for me to be and everybody else to be. If you could hear my thoughts sometimes. I believe we might have a pinch hitter here. I'm not quite sure. I was trying to get the jersey number. Is this still Brandon Fulcher here?
Coach Bryce Myers retreats to the dugout, probably giving Dorner a final warning to say, look, this is up to you. You can do it. You got 2 outs. I wanted to see you do it.
Well, at this point, you don't mind the runner at third. You've got a 2-run lead. Yeah, you'd love to keep 2 runs going into this, but ground ball that gets through doesn't really hurt you. You just really have to talk to your pitcher, calm him down. You don't want to leave anything over the heart of the plate.
Coach Matt Ellsworth talking with home plate umpire Brian Kurgelak.
I was about to say Cadillac, and I knew that was going to be wrong.
After head coach DJ Russ was excused earlier in the game for arguing a third strike, third out.
As Brendan Fulcher digs in for the Eagles against Dorner.
0 for 2 on the day.
Just outside on a fastball.
Sac fly in the first, a single in the third, and then a fly out to Gavin Baucom in the 5th with a walk in the 7th. Dorner comes set and deals just off the outside of the plate. A 2-0 count on the 6th batter of the inning. $99 viewers this afternoon, Danny.
Those ratings just keep going down with your partner in crime here. I apologize.
Hard hit.
Just out of the play.
Just about took out Blake Gaffney. He had to duck out of way. That's not Gaffney, I don't think. Is that 9 or 8? I'd be checking my trousers if I were over there and had to make that duck out of the way. Yeah, that's Blake Gaffney, number 9.
Just a very loud strike here, but
2 balls, 1 strike.
Dorner needs to just stay attacking here. Attaboy. 86-mile-an-hour fastball down the middle. As we get a pickoff attempt, we're throwing the ball around. We're going to allow a runner to score, and we're actually going to see these new LED lights that have been installed in the last 2 weeks. The lights come on. We're here at twilight, and going to see what this place, Frazier Field, looks like under the new lights that were installed here.
You sure about LED?
Well, it was my lie, Bill. I'm going to tell how I want to. I think there was a lot of lights that were put in.
9 lights were replaced,
gotcha,
from what I heard, but LED was news to me.
Brady Paul keeps fouling balls in there. We're going to have
swing
to
and a miss.
Attaboy, Dorner. Brady Paul's going to have to start getting a part-time job with Duke Energy with the lights that he's busted out in some of the foul balls around here. Well done, Dorner. Well done, 5-2.
3 runs score in the top of the 8th for the Wake Tech Eagles. Now down to a 1-run lead. The Hurricanes need to put some security back on the board as we head to the bottom of the 8th here at Frazier Field. You're watching Hurricanes baseball on the Louisburg Sports Network. We'll be right back. Graham White runs through the first pitch with a bunt attempt. Going a little deaf there. Swing and a miss on the next offering.
Ground ball back up the middle by Graham White. Could not be gloved cleanly. He was going to beat that out anyway. Infield hit. Brings up Brady Paul. He's hit the ball very hard today. Come up with a sac fly RBI. Doesn't have, I don't believe, a base hit to show for it today, but been a productive out on the sac fly earlier in the game. A couple of great catches out in center field. Look for Brady to do some damage here in the home half of the 8th inning as the lights are on here at Frazier Field. Beautiful night for baseball, a little chilly. In our mid to upper 50s now. Hope you guys are enjoying the comforts of some heat at home. It's getting a little nippy here, but we're going to push through and pull these Hurricanes into a victory here in just a short time if we can.
One ball, one strike, no outs, and a runner on first, Graham White. And Aiden Sumner struggling to locate the strike zone on that last pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Pickoff attempt over at first. No joy over there. Graham White had barely gotten a lead off of first. Got a positive count for Brady Paul, 2-1 count here.
Bottom of the 8th inning, we're going to a total of 9, assuming one of 2 teams is in the lead at the conclusion of the next inning. Pick off again, not in time.
Good hitters count here. Brady should be sitting dead red on a fastball if he sees one over the middle and just attack the zone here, right there.
On the left side.
Going to be a tough play to get.
And the shortstop, Brendan Fulcher, unable to come up with it cleanly as Graham White will reach second on an E5.
E6 there.
E6, thank you. 5-6, tomato.
Tomato, absolutely. Now we got the power hitting DH, Connor Wright, stepping in for your Hurricanes. Asking for a ball exchange here from the pitcher. I'd have liked to see a shortstop try to play that backhanded. He tried to round out in front of that and spin to get the play at second, but his play was going to be first there if he just backhands that play and the ball kind of ate him up.
Leslie Nielsen making some notes in his umpire's book. He really does with the silver hair out the back.
He really
the build.
does. I have to give it to you.
I hope Brian watches this back and appreciates the good humor.
God rest Leslie Nielsen.
Oh, yeah,
we just lost him recently. He was a very funny guy.
I would put in our childhood as Gen Xers as him and Bob Uecker as just classic comedic actors.
And just before that was my absolute hero, Jackie Gleason. Showing my age now with the reference to Buford T. Justice. Ooh, big swing by Connor. He'd love to have that one back. He
Pop
knows
fly
he
out of play
just
on the right
missed
side.
one there. Love to see him attack first pitch fastballs. And know the pitchers are trying to get ahead, and he's really jumping. The more and more I do stare at the home plate umpire, that's all I can see now. Thanks a lot, Bill. All I see is Frank Shirley.
The 0-1. Soft on the outside. Graham White
Graham
now
reads
gets
that.
a really late jump, but still gets in time. I mean, talk about hesitation. It was like a squirrel trying to cross the road. Graham White wasn't sure what to do, but he finally took off and got there safely.
And another point of emphasis that you had to really pay attention to, Connor Wright stands his ground in the batter's box, doesn't move, makes the catcher have to go around him to throw, delays the throw just a little bit longer. He moves out of the box and hits. It's interference.
1-1 down the middle.
Good heads-up play there by Connor Wright to hold his ground in the batter's box.
The 1-2. Saw the curveball before it left his hand. Kind of the delivery action from Aiden Sumner. Evens up the count now, 2-2. Hard hit on the right side, but just foul right of the first base in foul territory. And that would have been a really sneaky base hit on the right
that
side.
would have scored 2 runs and really would have energized the dugout on the Canes side.
The 2-2. High
Good
fastball that misses. And the count now full with no outs and runners in scoring position for the freshman from Millbrook High School.
Overhand curveball just missed on the 12-6 offering inside. Loads the bases here in the home half of the 8th with Jace Dunn coming up to bat. You know he is absolutely loving this moment.
So Connor Wright now fills up the bases, getting a free ride down to first. And no outs. With Jace Dunn stepping in.
Uh-oh.
High fly
She
ball,
might not
left
hold
field. John Mason on the run.
Off the wall, off
Hits
the wall.
the wall, and that'll be 2 runs with Connor Wright sliding into third. A 2 RBI double for Jace Dunn.
Just got that off the end of the bat and just flaked it out into left field on the wall. Great base hit by Jace. Almost left the short porch there and left in the corner. And it doesn't get any easier for the Wake Tech pitchers facing now Peyton Shipman, who went yard on his last swing attempt, as we've got a mound visit forthcoming from Wake Tech.
Jace Dunn out at second after the pull side 2 RBI double.
As he's getting hazed by his friends in the Louisburg dugout, telling him to do push-ups and hit the weight room, and wasn't able to power that out. He gave him the little flake sign like, hey, I just kind of flipped the hands at it, made contact, and it is what it is. Going to throw you a curveball, Bill. You asked me last game, what's the plans for dinner? So what's the plans for the Martone family tonight?
Well, wife is out of town on business. I am a bachelor for the evening, but I'll probably take my son to all of 1 of 2, possibly 3 venues here in Lewisburg.
Let me can I venture a guess? I know the eating habits of a young Martone, so I can rule out Taco Bell, KFC, Hardee's, and Pizza Hut. So,
as well as Cookout.
As
you
well
won't
as
find
Cookout,
me going to Cookout.
or Bojangles. So let's say Johnny Bull's.
That's one.
That's one option.
You got 2 more.
Man, Granny's is closed. Sunrise Kitchen is closed. I don't know. I don't think he does the hibachi place, the
Nope.
Hibachi Express.
We got the Mexican joint near Walmart.
Yep.
And
the
then
taqueria or whatever it's
last on the list of all, for me, Lexington Grill.
called. Or Remington Grill.
Remington
Grill.
Remington, Lexington.
Yeah.
Something with an ING.
Martone loves the rare burgers, and you can get one of those, the Johnny Ringo there. I know he and Bab have dined there a couple of times, but I figured the
Elder Martone gets to the final call on where we go to dinner.
Because I'm assuming the Elder Martone is picking up the check.
Just a little.
Yeah. I think we've got a change here in pitching while I've been babbling. I apologize.
No, that's okay.
Try to pull up who we may be having. I think this is number 12 that I see warming up for Wake Tech. And I think this is Colton Hedrick, I believe. That's
number
correct.
12.
Colton Hedrick. Southpaw coming in with a 8.2 ERA with 11 appearances with 13.1 innings pitched, 31 strikeouts, 17 walks, so almost a 2-to-1 strikeout ratio.
And another north of 6-footer.
Yep.
Coming out of the bullpen.
They're not lacking for height at Wake Tech in the pitching department. They got a first baseman and a center fielder that is in the nosebleed section. So they've got some tall dudes over there at Wake Tech.
Certainly do.
And I'm impressed with them this season. They, I know they didn't have the record that they wanted last year, but they seem a lot more competitive this year.
Yeah, I was just going to say, year over year, definitely more competitive this
Absolutely.
season than last.
Yeah.
And I know last year they obviously had some sophomores graduate out.
Right.
And so they clearly did a decent job recruiting.
Yep.
Head coach Shady Russ clearly bringing in some freshmen and probably transfers. So good on him for
Absolutely. We're not homers
keeping a
here.
good club.
We have kids involved with this program that obviously we pull for in this program, but love to see talent, love to see these kids succeed and fulfill their dreams.
Peyton Shipman looks at a first offering called strike from the reliever Colton Hedrick. Second and third, no outs. A big breaking ball hangs high for a 1-1. Swing and a miss, drop third strike. He'll get tagged right as he's exiting the home plate area. So Peyton Shipman down on a swinging strike.
Now Steve Lawrence, the shortstop for the Hurricanes, digs in.
1 out, 2 on. 2 runs have scored, so the Hurricanes lead now to 3.
Love to see a couple of good swings here by Steve Lawrence. I know his mom, Bill, and Miss Trudy are back home probably watching in Pittsburgh. Hello to Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence and my buddy Rocky, my baby girl Brandy. We'll sit here and watch these swings by your kid here, Steve Lawrence. Falls behind 0-2.
1 out, second and third.
Good take there by Steve. After facing 2 breaking balls, all of a sudden got surprised by an 88-mile-an-hour fastball above the letters.
The high output candlesticks are lit here in Frazier Field.
Good take, good take.
And the breaking ball drops out early, and the count goes 2-2.
Good defensive shortened up swing there by Steve Lawrence.
Two, and another flared out of play into the Tar River behind the Billy Godwin clubhouse. Barreled into right center.
Boy, Lawrence.
That'll be an 2 RBI.
Attaboy, Stevie. Proud of you, kid. The overthrow misses the cutoff. Steve will stay at first, celebrate with his teammates there. Great 2-strike approach. Goes backside, takes the pitch where it's thrown. Good piece of discipline hitting by Mr. Lawrence. Perfect, kiddo. Now we got our power hitting catcher, Cliff Almeida, coming in.
5-run lead now as we are in the bottom of the 8th inning with 1 out. And Cliff Lawrence stepping in.
Cliff Almeida stepping in, leading our team in batting average, and lays down a bunt. Pitcher falls down trying to field it. They will hear it from the Razzie Birds of Hurricane players over there, footing kind of giving away.
An infield base hit for Cliff Almeida.
I know we have seen it previously this season, Bill, but I don't think anybody in a Wake Tech uniform predicted someone batting 450 as the catcher to lay down a bunt in the bottom of the 8th inning, but Cliff laid down a jewel there.
Colton Hedrick's first offering to Gavin Baucom out of the strike zone.
Gavin's had quite a bit of work out in left field today, catching quite a few balls out there. Good inside-out swing there, trying to send the ball to right field, hitting it behind Steve Lawrence. It's the approach here.
I had to ask my son who seemingly was doing an impersonation in the dugout. To my ear, sounds like an impersonation. I was just told that's their natural speaking voice. But I really thought somebody was doing a Coach Herring impression because it sounds unmistakably like Coach Herring.
I have heard that guilty
and I miss
party,
his voice.
I've heard that guilty party is none other than the Southpaw number 6, Cade Curran.
That's it. That's what I was
told.
told.
That Cade Curran has almost
like for like.
Yes, it's. I have not personally heard it myself, but Leighton Babb said that it is. If you're not looking at him, you would think it was Coach Herring.
Absolutely.
And we miss Coach Herring.
Yeah, we do.
Hope he sneaks a peek in at some of his boys from time to time on the Louisburg Sports Network here on the YouTube channel. Hope things are going great down at the Crystal, Coach, for you. Miss you, big guy. Wish you all the success with your recruiting, your forthcoming season, starting in the fall of 26.
The 1-0 swung on and missed, evens up the count with 2 outs and runners at first and second. Troy Daniels has been having a day. Double with 2 RBIs.
Some great glove work at third base earlier in the game. Made some great defensive plays.
I do love watching Troy's bat come alive again because with his defense, it balances out.
And you got to pull for the kid. He's just a great human being, good ball player, but better person. I mean, he's just you have to pull for him. You want to see him do well. As we see a swing and a miss there to even up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Troy looks to do a little work, just getting the ball in play here. Way to stay alive there.
Gets the bat on the next offering to stay alive. We should really take a picture of Brian Kurgelak and show it to him after the game and just say, I hope you're not offended.
I would have a feeling as an umpire he's probably heard that reference of Frank Shirley before. Obviously, I just hadn't paid attention to it until you brought it up, and now that's all I could see from the view here of the press box.
Right there, it just looks like him in the Naked Gun series.
Attaboy,
right up the
TD.
middle.
Just what the doctor ordered there. We're going to have a play at the plate. I think this is going to be cut off by the first baseman as
and
Steve
an
Lawrence
RBI single.
In. Have a day, Troy Daniels. 3 RBIs on the day. Good glove work. Tip of the cap to you, little boy. Or little man, sorry. Didn't mean to call him a boy. Meant to say attaboy and got man thrown in there, but as our leadoff hitter, Graham White, digs in now. Try to extend this 6-run lead here in the bottom of the 8th.
Back to the top of the order and into a new column.
As Graham White fouls one back toward the Tar River, as sends a couple of Hurricane substitutes out of the back to catch all these foul balls that area tends to collect.
No balls, 1 strike, and the breaking ball blocked up by the big Nick Schultz. I think Nick Schultz and Blake Gaffney have swapped places.
That is 21 behind the plate. I do believe that's still Nick Schultz.
Really? All right.
I believe.
Yeah, it is. All right. For a moment, all of a sudden, I thought that was Blake Gaffney's frame, but 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out, 2 on.
Good take there by
Hedrick goes low and away to create a 31 count on the leadoff top of the order, Graham Wyke. Three for 4 on the day. He's rocking. Opposite field, but foul.
Into the Louisburg no-fly zone. It's hard to believe with this cold little stretch of weather that we're talking Green Jackets and Augusta Azaleas in Bloomville with the Masters starting tomorrow morning.
Doesn't feel like it at all.
I know it's off topic of baseball, but who's your pick for this weekend at Augusta?
Fly ball, right side, going to be shallow. Oncoming is Mooring, and he'll get to it.
Before we go to the break, Bill, I'm going to hold you to it. Who's your Augusta pick this weekend?
Is it inappropriate to say not Tiger?
Well, would be totally correct. Might not be politically correct, but if your answer is not Scotty Scheffler, you picked the wrong guy.
Rocky and Brandy saying hello to Mr. Babb as we go to break. The Hurricanes up by 6, headed into the top of the 9th here at Frazier Field. You're watching Hurricanes baseball on the Louisburg Sports Network. We'll be right back. Leighton Babb coming in to close it out in the top of the 9th inning. 6.62 ERA with a 167 whip. Has put up 35 1/3 innings of work so far this spring of 2026. Has an opposing batting average of 276 with 46 strikeouts and 19 walks on 3 game starts and 11 appearances. A 2-1 record. And the right-handed hurler puts it in there.
Oh, foul ball catches Cliff Almeida there on the protective gear. As umpire Frank Shirley walks the ball back out to Leighton Babb to give Cliff a moment to recover.
Boy, I'm not an MMA guy, but if there is a really tough dude on this team that could take punches,
Cliff Almeida.
Cliff Almeida.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Kid is an absolute phenom behind the plate as far as
taking
shots and
taking
just
the licking and keep
on ticking. Yeah. And he just misses on the outside, but I say that just to Jen Steiner. That was close. Steiner's got an eagle eye, no pun intended. 2-2. There it is now, and that puts him down looking.
Good 73-mile-an-hour slider there.
Before all of this gets away from us, Danny, I have to pay some bills quick here. This copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the Louisburg College baseball team may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, while the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Louisburg College baseball. How'd you like that for quick work?
Well done, son. Well done.
Speed reading. One ball, one strike, one out after Jen Steiner goes down looking in the top of the ninth inning for the first out. John Mason now at the plate. He is 0 for 4.
As Bob gets ahead now on his second straight batter, 1-2. Has a full repertoire of his pitches when you're ahead, not pitching behind, so don't have to give him anything you can hit here, so you can dance around the strike zone, throw the changeup here away from the lefty, or the slider down and in that he gets to rake over the top of. You still can keep attacking with a 1-2 count here.
Jay Stun fields it in foul territory as Leighton Babb runs across to cover the bag just in case. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. We're at the bottom of the order. Swing and a miss.
Ooh, that was an ugly sword there at about 86, 87 on the inside corner.
A window shopper, a sword. What's left? Firewood?
Well, with the BB core, that's going to be tougher with the leadoff batter. He's got a good batter here with, forgive me again, I couldn't remember the name.
Top of the order is Blake Russell.
Russell. I was about to say Gaffney, and I knew I was going to misspeak there. I'm just enjoying the strikes right now as we're getting them in. He's filling up the bucket right now.
Russell is 1 for 4 on the day. Had a double back in the second inning. Ground out, a strikeout, a hit by pitch, and I believe a walk. The 1-1. No, I don't want the ABS. I want a good old-fashioned umpire behind the plate, if you ask me. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs.
Little overthrow there, threw across the body there. Falling behind to the first batter. He's falling behind. Got to throw him something he can hit here. Don't want to give a free base with a 6-run lead. No sense in making him earn it, not giving it to him.
2 wowzers. That looked good to me, and the throw from Almeida goes a bit arid.
Just a bit wide of the rangy Bab.
Cameron Rickabaugh now is going to step in.
Asking for a ball switch here from
2 for 4. Try to brighten that up a little bit for you. I almost wish we had robo-cams all over because they really do look good, even in low light situations. High fly ball, right field. Peyton Shipman coming on.
Graham Wyke.
And can't come up with it.
Diving try there. I hope, okay, he's a little slow to come up over here. I'm holding my breath as Graham is kind of slow to get back to his feet here.
Probably knocked the wind out of himself because he dove onto his stomach.
The trainer is coming out to kind of tend to Graham. That kid's as tough as a lighter knot. He doesn't want the attention. He just wants to go back and play his position, but he's communicating with the staff. He says he's okay. He's ready to go. He laid all out for that. Your pitcher Babs checking on him now, making sure he's good. I believe we got an 0-1 count now.
Yeah, he's catching his breath.
Yep, give him a breather there. He ran a long ways to land on his belly and get everything knocked out of him.
Babb comes set and deals down the middle.
Two.
Two out and a runner on first, an 0-2 count right now.
Something very, very nasty here.
Hit on the left side and diving catch.
Troy Daniels. Attaboy, Troy. Put a bow on it, kiddo. Well done. Career day at the plate. Glove working left. Attaboy, TD. Well done, kiddo. Thanks to Brendan Kaiser, Angel Moreno up here in the booth. Bill Martone. I'm Danny Babb. Thank you for watching the Louisburg Sports Network as your Hurricanes take the midweek conference game against the Wake Tech Eagles. You got a final of 15-9 in 9 innings. Turn it back over to Coach or to Bill Martone. This is Danny Babb signing off. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
For executive producer of the Louisburg Sports Network, Dr. Gary Brown, co-producer Jason Rasnick. Today's telecast being directed by yours truly, Coach Myers, Coach Bogley, the entire production crew of Louisburg Sports Network. I'm Bill Martone saying thank you for watching Hurricanes baseball. Have a blessed rest of your Wednesday evening.